Why do you think they're wearing skirts? Why are they wearing skirts? Any idea? They're trying to emulate the spirit, the feminine. They know. That's why they're wearing skirts. They call them robes, but they're skirts. They're what women wear. Why do they wear black? Because they worship Saturn. And Saturn is a malefic, a constrictor. Jupiter is the benefic. They're not Jupiterians. They worship Saturn. And that's why they have the power right now, because Saturn is in his house, giving power to the government over the spirit, because they're emulating and copying the feminine, because they're imposters. They're all wearing skirts to impost the feminine aspect, the feminine spirit. And they've wreaked havoc over the entire planet. The last vestiges who knew this were the Native American Indians. Oh, God. These people knew you cannot live in harmony over something that you subdue. How can you live in harmony with something that you're subduing? You're subduing the nature, you're subduing the planet, you're subduing the spirit, you're subduing the feminine. You cannot live in harmony when you subdue. I was burned as a witch in a past life. I've had enough of this patriarchy. Pater Archon, Father Archon. Get it? Snap out of it. You can't salvage it with astrotheology and all that bullshit. They just stuck that in. It came from somewhere earlier. They just mimic and steal and pillage and subdue. When is enough enough? And now you're going to run back to the churches, back to that book. And you try and salvage any of it. You can't. It's not salvageable. There isn't just one God. It's bullshit. There's two forces at work. And they create everything. So stop looking at the book of spells. You're making it all happen. You're allowing it to unfold just because it was written. Because it says in there, as it is written, so shall it be. And because everything they fucking write down is manifesting. Because we give it our power. Because they've subdued nature. They've subdued the spirit. Find your spirit. Find wisdom in nature. In your own nature. Not in that book. There is no cud to be chewed in it. It's filth. It's an amalgamation of bullshit from 2,000 years ago, and an emperor gave it to you. To keep you in bond age. In the age of the bond. With what? With the Archon. God, people, please snap out of it. Please find your true spirit, your true home, your true nature. You won't find it in the books. None of them. Freud, Jung, they're all assholes. They're assholes. Steiner, he's an asshole. They are all assholes. It's just suddenly dawned on me. They're full of shit. It's not the Hopi prophecy. Find your roots, find your roots, find your real true roots. Do you think your roots lie 2,000 years ago in that book? Do you really do believe that that's where your roots lie? You go back millions of years. Millions of years. Millions of years. And your roots are not in that book. God knows what part of the galaxy we entered into when that thing was birthed in somebody's head. Caesar Augustus left an entire wall of how to subdue people. They wove all the truths in there, all the numbers, all the truths about nature. And then they concocted these stories around it and fucked with everybody's mind. Find the old wisdom. That's what we need to do. The old native Indian wisdom. Look at this, right? This was the 144th recording that I did. Look at the numbers, 144. Why do you think I'm getting these numbers for this talk? I didn't do that. And you know, YouTube sometimes adds a second or takes a second away from a recording. Why do you think I got those numbers here? So I'll share this again. We've got to ditch that book. It's evil.
All spiritual people believe in another life. You have to. It teaches you that there is another life. So we can't leave our ancestors. That's home. It's like leaving family. Can't leave our family. Our family is too beautiful and too strong. So we don't want to leave them. Keep ourselves together. In small villages. So the white man comes over from his cities where he's been crippled. From a society that is fear-based because it is patriarchal. See, in a matriarchal society, it's not that women rule. Women don't rule in a matriarch. There's female-male balance. Just as there's female-male balance in the universe, there's female-male balance in all of this life. So who are we, the most humble beings on earth, who are the most vulnerable beings on earth? We're even more fragile than a flower. There's flowers that will grow through snow. Bare, naked. We can't survive in snow bare naked. So here we are, learning to live with the female, because the female teaches men how to nurture. To put it simply, it's much more than this, but there's this balance, and we seek to maintain that female-male balance. And the females live longer than men. Duh! You know? The human female is the only being on earth that's been chosen by the Great Mystery to be purified with the moon. With the moon. They're purified naturally. My God.
Okay. We're going to have a... Was it full moon? Hang on, I've got to look at the cycles. The moon cycles. It cycles from one end to the other. So the new moon here for this full moon in Sagittarius was on the opposite side, -1. So it was in Taurus. So when you have the Taurus new moon, these Taurus energies want to grow. So you put an energy into the Taurus energy. The fulfillment isn't in the opposite side, but it's in the next one down, Sagittarius. We just had the new moon in Gemini. It will culminate in a full moon in Capricorn. And then we're going through the Cancer to Aquarius cycle. And it wants you to find your soul here, your twin, your higher self. You're looking for it. You're wanting it to grow now in this cycle here. Because these are the energies that are now active, growing in the new moon. And hopefully, in the next cycle, we'll end up with Mama in her house. So 24th of 7, full moon, illuminated most high in Capricorn. In other words, find your twin and end up in Capricorn. Earth sign, cardinal earth, the most high cardinal earth sign here. So find your soul in Gemini and get ownership, rulership over yourself in Capricorn, house of government, self-government. Find your soul, govern yourself. Next cycle, Cancer, and look at the times here, 8-8, Cancer, yeah? Lowest illumination, moon in Cancer. What must grow? What's got to grow here in this cycle from Cancer to Aquarius? And that's how you can harmonize with that moon cycle, by checking where it is and where it's going.
We're men. We don't live as long as we know nothing about purification from within. So we have to create our purification rites. Hence the sauna, or the inipi, the purification lodge. So we have this, and they teach men how to nurture. If you don't know how to nurture, then you're going to be afraid. And in that fear, my ancestor, Chief Luther Standing Bear, who wrote a book, first part of this century, called My People the Sioux. And he wrote another book, The Land of the Spotted Tail. No, The Land of the Spotted Eagle. I'm sorry, The Land of the Spotted Eagle. And he said, if you don't know the forest, you will come to fear the forest. And what you fear, you will want to destroy.
And what are we being bombarded with by them? Go check it out. Check out how many movies are in forests. Horror movies in forests. Fear the forest, fear the forest, fear the forest, fear the wood, fear your nature. Fear, 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 fear nature. The forest is evil. Forest is bad. Why? Ask yourself, why is this?
That's patriarchy, because they're out of balance. The first living thing they fear are their women, because they have no understanding of women. Women have this other sense, which the white male calls, what is it called? I lost it.
Intuition.
It's called intuition. That's what he calls it.
And so they put women in black robes to cover them up, because they fear they're women. Yeah, there you have it. I mean, I rest my case. I don't know what else to say. Go watch that again. I'll stick the link below. And people, when it's enough, when enough is enough, there will be an AMP. There will be an AMP. I've seen it. Mother showed me. This here is not the sun and the earth together making this happen. This here is man. This is them. And that's why you're hearing the screeching in your ears. All over. All over the earth. Yeah. It's coming. And then there will be peace on earth.